It's time to paint some ornaments. I'm Michelle Manriquez from Drop That Brush, and I want to help people who are not artists become artists. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell, please. Oh, yeah, it's okay. Both Facebook, Drop That Brush, and the description below, there will be a picture, a value sketch, and a drawing, so you can paint along with me. I want to thank Susan Hole for the beautiful reference photo. This was a good design overall. The red, green are complementary colors, so immediately that makes a good design. Plus, it has the right kind of numbers, not 2, not 4, but 3. As I always do, I put everything in Notanizer. It's not great for painting. It does have some issues because the values are too similar, and so I have to change that up quite a bit, or at least I'm going to try. Sometimes it works, sometimes not. And we're going to see if we can make this pop out more. I used PicJoy and did some drawing for the value sketch to try to adjust some of the values so it would look better. Okay. Mainly mid-value with some light and just a little bit of dark here and there. So that's what I'm going for. You always have a plan. It doesn't always happen, but I always try. Texture, what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to do some scraping, which I don't normally do, but it's kind of fun for Christmas. And so I'm just going to play around with scraping. Normally I use a credit card or I have a squeegee thing, and I'll show it to you. It's fun. I haven't done Christmas balls in a while, so I don't know. Let's see how this goes. Color mainly will be cool with just some warmth in the balls. Everything else should be cool, at least that's my plan. Let's go paint some ornaments. Good morning, Christmas. Christmas coming, da 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 da. First thing I want to tell you that I did bring some things down, and I decided no, only the main guy should have, you know, really cool stuff. Do stripes, I could do some dots, I could do other things, but I think I'm just going to leave that as the main guy, and he is actually not the biggest one. It just happened. So anyway, I probably should have put this one. But something to think about next time. We're just playing. Let's go around the balls and get everything else got something. There's going to be areas that is just, color. So I'll just start here. I'm not really too excited about it because I'm not doing anything too fun with it. I just don't want it to be white. If you can't go really fast, then go ahead, use some water on everything. Here, I'm just going to throw a little color that I will eventually be something green. And I'm just kind of popping it in there. I'm not too excited about it. I can deal with it later. I just want something that I know I'm going to pop in some color. And I'm just going to melt that in right on over there. And maybe here. And then I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to, I got, okay, let me give it a little color here so keep it moving. What's the goal? Keep it moving, Don't just, stop. Hello, I knew better than that. And I've got little gaps. We'll see. I'm not sure what I want. So if I'm not sure, I'll just use yellow. When I don't not sure what I'm going to do, yellow be the answer, and I'll figure it out later. And I want you to see how juicy it is. Now over here, it's not juicy, so I'm gonna, it makes me nervous, you know, for particularly the background. And then I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna ruin, it looks so perfect and I'm gonna ruin it. And I'm like, no, that's not good at all. So you can kind of see where I'm putting, I'll put leaves in later. Right now, I'm just kind of letting it blend in whatever it wants to. I'm not really too excited about it. I'm gonna work on the other side. So I'm gonna add some water right there. I know what I want. I need this. Yep. Ooh, did it dry too much? I'll fix it. All right, I think I'm going to pull that little big piece of blue, which I didn't mean to have right there. And maybe I'll do a little splashing. This will give a more leaf-like feeling. And I'm just gonna kind of leave it alone. And I have blossoms and I didn't hit the edges perfectly. And you know what? It's not the end of the world. People worry too much. I want you guys to have fun. What colors am I gonna want? Maybe, how about a purple one? Ooh, maybe I should make him purple. That's really pretty. Let's do purple. So let's practice on this one. So let me see. I'm gonna do light or orangey. I'm going to do red, and that will be my big important one. We're gonna have the sunlight coming this way, okay? So over here will be the sunshine. So let's get everything wet first. And why am I getting it wet? Well, it's hard to do a ball unless it gets wet because you want it to move and flow. Not a whole bunch of water, let it kind of soak in a little bit. Because it's wet, it means that it is going to dry really light, even though I did a whole bunch of... And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna scoop a little out. We want it to look like a round shape. Maybe I need a little, maybe I need to take this and just kind of let it out. Maybe I need to, maybe just a little shape. So it's not so, is that bottom? Yeah, that's bottom, that's good. I'll just open up an area. Why not? I can do that. So I'm gonna go to a little bit darker mixture. And I'm allowing some of that just to blend in, doesn't hurt me. Now I've got these weird edges. I did not want that. So I'm gonna just kind of soften it. Oh yeah, like that. That's better. As long as I keep it wet, I can work this. And that's basically is the thing I want you to pay attention. As long as it's wet, I can come back through and, you know, if I mess it up a little bit, it's not quite what I meant to do. It's okay. You notice I keep pulling this back out because I don't want to lose that. That's the thing that says, oh yeah, you're round. I knew that. Now, there's going to be a reflected light right here. Okay, I let that, I need to dry it just a little bit. Now it's very flat. Now as I'm doing this, I'm kind of watching that to calm down. It's, right now, I've got my light, got my medium, now I need my dark. But it needs to dry a little bit because every time I touch it, it kind of freaks out. So in the meantime, that's why I'm doing this. Now I'm going to do some scraping. Now you can scrape with any kind of a credit card. And this goes, I'm going to go ahead and let it blend in just a tad because maybe there's a little color right there just because of that sitting there. Make myself crazy. I promise. I am not going to make myself crazy. So I'm going to let that go. What do you think? Just let it go. It basically has shape. Okay, maybe just a little bit more. Oh, shouldn't have played with it. Shouldn't have played. Okay, we'll leave it alone. Before I get in trouble, because I really get in trouble so easily. It doesn't take me very long. Now everything's still not dry totally. I'm gonna pop in a little branch here, there, and everywhere. One down. If I keep losing my thing, I just keep gonna pull it out. Ooh, I'm just going to make a huge mess. Look at that. Yep, that would be me. Stop, Michelle. Drop that brush. I gotta let that dry. I messed it up. I should have just left it alone. What was I thinking? This is why I named this thing. I can fix this, no big deal, but I don't want to do this. I don't want to play. Shouldn't have played. I played, tried to pull this out. It wasn't dry. Now I'm gonna come back and fix it. Lucky me. All right. Ooh, what did I forget? I forgot to put water on it. So quickly I'm going to just get water on it so it doesn't give me grief. Ooh, I kind of like that. We're going. Check us out. I didn't mess that up yet. All right. Okay, looking, thinking about it. How's it look? It's really wet. I think I'm going to give it a little time to just sit there and do nothing because what I think will happen is I will have a mess if I'm not careful. Let's open something. Let's not have everything totally tight. So I'm going to open this right here and just let it go. Okay, work on a little berry on that eventually. You never know things. Some things you don't realize. That some things just kind of make your heart sing. Look at that right there. It's so pretty. It's still a little too wet to do anything of interest or I'll get in trouble. So let me just kind of let that do its thing. So let's see if I can get some movements. I can now see it's kind of calming down and I'm going to make it pretty thick. And I'm going to use this and that, I think. And we're going to see if I do that, that will give me the dark that I need. A little bit more color. I'm not drawing the straight line. I'm not going dot, dot, dot. I'm doing stop, skinny, dot, dot, skinny. And if it's all dry, which it is, soften an edge. Don't just make it really boring. I'm gonna play and then I'm gonna get in trouble and then I'm gonna whine. Do you guys, sometimes, man. Make sure that your masket is totally dry. Otherwise you get in trouble. A little thicker. I'm gonna go and start working on the leaves. And I'm just gonna let that dry a little bit. Kind of cross it over. Okay, you need to be thicker, much thicker. And I'm gonna get thicker again. It's moving where I don't want it to move. And the reason why it's moving where I don't want it to move is because it's not, there's too much moisture. I should have waited a little bit longer. Okay, I can see this is not going to be enough value difference. And I think I'm going to roll into, there we go. Can you see the difference? That's going to make it dark enough that it make me happy. So let me go ahead and do the trees, do the little foils, and boom, I'm out of here, man. Well, I have this little boo-boo here, gotta fix. Easy peasy. Now that it's totally dry, it won't give me any grief. Now, number one, for some reason, that was not the way the sun was coming. That was so not good. So I gotta fix that. I'm just gonna add some water. Now pull it. If I had done that from the beginning and just waited till it dried, I wouldn't have had issues. But no, I had to do it immediately. We do not have to be too picky about the thing, I promise. And that's not my important thing to look at anyway, right? We know that. So if something is important, not that important, don't spend a million hours playing with it. Hint, 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 Michelle, pay attention. A little of the brown that I've been using just to kind of making a little darks in areas. Now, do I want to make this a little tighter? I don't know. Maybe. Now, what I don't want to do is a totally hard edge, and that's kind of what I'm running up into. I have to soften this back out. A couple things that I don't like. I want to tie these together. I don't want them to be separate. Tie together, like they're not totally separate things, but they're one big piece of tree. Does that make sense? this one I'm gonna do it in green, just so it's something different. Blow dry. Let's get this off. Do is I'm gonna pull some of this and soften it, because I really don't like it being so hard. This is my issue. Better, just a little softness made it much better. I'm just gonna, because I know this one's gonna be kind of in shadow. Soften. It's one of the reasons why I rarely use this, because you got to come back through and you have to do things. Okay, now this is going to be darker and then lighter on the other side. I'm thinking about this. All right, I got too much gold. I wish now I'd made that green too. So let me switch that over. You know, sometimes as I'm doing things, I'm like, I do things. Do you guys do that where you just kind of like, no, that was not quite what I wanted? Now, either I have to go really light or okay, I'm gonna go bold. I'm just gonna make a shape. Looking at the shape, and I want it to be kind of fun. It doesn't have to be perfect or correct, because you know what? And I like that because I can go right here into that. And you could think it could be part of that. Cool. I'm gonna pop some little color here and there. Me just being me. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be. I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to fill that little place up. So what do you think? Like, not like? I'd love to see yours. This is fun. And you know, I change things, do things just for the fun of it. It doesn't have to be perfect. We can just have a wonderful time. I can deal with that. Another interesting one. So, okay, so I dated the picture, and my daughter says to me, your balls are lopsided. I'm like, that's not good. I said, is anything good? Oh, one of them is really good. So, you know, it's been a while. What can I tell you? I don't do it that often. Yeah, oh joy. And then I decided I would go ahead, and I had one particular ball and we'd focus on that ball. So I put more detail in the purple ball and then less detail in the other ones. Because I was having problems. I wanted to do it right. So I did it again. And so this is what you saw. I didn't show you the first one because my balls are lopsided. Oops. Anyway, I changed colors a little bit. I decided one would be one more important, the rest would be much simpler. And I'm kind of pleased with it overall. I did come back through and put a little more green. I felt that there was an area that was like that. And so I brought it out so it could have more information that says tree. You gotta let me know how your guys is going. Did I show you well enough that you understood what you need to do? If not, I'm sorry. You know, life is fun. So when you don't know what you're doing and you're just stroking, oh man, I did that. Really did that. Drop that brush. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell. You have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week. Bye.